Hello, today I'm going to show you about glitter jars. Now, they're also called glitter calming jars or mesmerizing jars. These are great for kids, for adults. You get to watch this and relax. So, to start with, you get sand art jars or other plastic shaped jars. I in particular care for the ones from sandartsupplies.com. They have a wonderful supplies. Medium and large are the best ones, but they also have some smalls that are fairly good. As you can see, we've already got some that are made up. When making your mixture for your glitter art jar, you want to have a container that you do a mix of 1/3 to 2/3 or half and half of either corn syrup and water, glycerin and water, or you can also use the clear glues such as Elmer's or tacky. For a little extra more glitter, you can also add in the pre-made glitter glues. I prefer to actually make my mix myself, which is why I have a large supply of different glitters, craft and poly glitters. Inside your jars, you can find all kinds of wonderful seek and find items. The Good Luck Minis from Safari Limited are fabulous. You can find themed animals for each type of jar that you want to make, whether it's a horse or seashell, sea life, animal life, Halloween pumpkins. You can find different decorations at like your local Dollar Tree, your Michael's, Beverly's. There's all kinds of different jewel stickers that you can stick together to make jewels to go inside of your jar. It just helps the glitter to mix up better. You can use sequins of varying sizes and styles. Your imagination is what limits what you can put into these jars. The first thing that I put in is a little bit of the mixture. It's already made. I tended to go for warm to hot water and then mix the glue or corn syrup or glycerin into it. I'll fill it about 1/2 to 3/4 full. Now, the glitters that I tend to use are both craft and poly, so that it gives it a little more texture and interesting effects going on inside the jar. I've chosen a couple of metallics. Let's see, Greyhawk. Now, I'm only going to add a little bit. It doesn't take much. Maybe 1/4 teaspoon at the most. Because once you put all of these glitters together, they're going to mix inside. I like to use a large variety of glitters, whether it's with the polyesters, with the holographics, iridescence, pearlescence. They're just all fabulous colors. There's also the craft glitters, which include the fine, regular chunky, fat flake, jumbo, colossal, and mammoth squares. Just mix them up. Now we've got all of our glitters in here. So now we get to add our different accoutrements. Now I've got some jewels here. These are just stickers. You put them, you take two, you stick them together. You come up with a full jewel. You can also double them up. Putting the different designs and figures in here just simply adds a little more ability to shake the glitter up. If you fully fill your container with the liquids, then there's going to be no air pocket. If you have no air pocket, it's harder to get the glitters to mix. It's harder to mix the jar. So you add little seek and find items in, and it helps to mix the jar. before you finish filling the jar, give it a shake. See how the consistency is, how you like it. The thicker you make it, the slower the glitter is going to fall. The thinner you make it, the faster the glitter is going to fall. So if you're trying to make a calming jar that's going to last for a while, so someone needs a big timeout, you want to make it a thicker jar. Now I need to wait for the bubbles to go down. Okay, now I've gotten all the bubbles out, or most of the bubbles out. The next step is to actually seal this with a silicone sealer. Either a E6000 or Lexel, which is a silicone sealer. They both do fabulous on these jars. You want to make sure that you have wiped down the edge of the jar so that there's no liquid on that edge. Otherwise, the silicone won't seal. And you'll end up with liquid all over the place. You put a good amount of the seal around the edge. And then you screw the top on. This gets it in the grooves, as well as once you've gotten that sealed down tight enough, grab a little bit of your sealer and put it around the bottom edge of the lid. One of the really interesting things about these calming jars is when you use the craft glitter, if you use hot to warm water, craft glitters will actually bleed into the water, which gives you this wonderful feature of having colored water once your glitter jar is complete. We did this lovely maple syrup jar, and the copper craft actually bled into the liquid. It's fabulous. Not all craft glitter is going to bleed into your liquid. As a result, you have food coloring. Using a Q-tip for a little bit of a coloring into your water, or putting a whole drop or two. The more food coloring you add into your jar, the less glitter you're going to be able to see. So minimalize it.